by more than £50 million, despite higher fuel costs. British airline EasyJet has revealed first-half losses are expected to narrow by more than £50 million, despite higher fuel costs and a £40 million loss from the war in the Middle East. In an update on its half-year performance, the group says it's on track for headline pre-tax losses of £340 million to £360 million in the 6 months to March, against losses of £411 million a year earlier. First-half profits were boosted by an early Easter, falling in March this year, offsetting a £140 million rise in its fuel bill compared with 2023. In the energy sector, Iran is reportedly exporting more oil than at any time for the past 6 years. According to data company Vortexa, Tehran sold an average of 1.56 million barrels a day during the first 3 months of the year, almost all of it to China. That's its highest level since the third quarter of 2018. This has given Iran's economy a $35 billion a year boost. The news comes as the EU and the United States prepare new sanctions against Iran following its drone and missile attack against Israel last weekend. And now some updates from the spring meetings of the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank. Participants have been discussing a range of issues, including collaborations between government and private sector institutions. In many developing economies, public resources alone are insufficient to meet infrastructure needs. Public-private partnership mobilized private sector capital, expertise and innovation to finance, build and operate infrastructure projects effectively.
Yes, there is a big need for infrastructure. The gap is just growing by the year. And what we're trying to do is to promote best practices about that, advocate for next level PPPs, so those that are SDG driven, but also that apply climate resilience and build better contracts that make sure that we don't run into disputes all the time, which then unfortunately deflect badly on the reputation of PPPs. Public and private need to actually work together to deliver infrastructure, because it's only with the innovation and efficiency of the private sector that government sometimes can fill the needs. In the perfect world, we would have enough funding to finance all the projects that the public would like to have. But reality looks slightly differently, and that is why it's important to build capacity for better public-private partnerships.
And those are your main stories from London at close of business.